Welcome to BamBamORama.
Welcome to BamBam-O-Rama. We got the schmeats.
We got the schmeats.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
It's really Podcastle's fault for having that whatever shit show.
Whatever that was, dude, that was an hour and a half of recording. It's gone.
At this point, it's 2 hours.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
It's okay.
You're right.
We got an early start today, and something told us we needed one today. We both agreed to normally we're getting together about now on these days, right? No, we've already been started for a little bit.
No,
But
we've been. I think the latest we've actually planned to get together was 11. Last week I know we recorded for a while before we finally did land on. No, not last week. 2 weeks ago, we recorded for a while before we finally landed on a topic to talk about, which I guess is kind of unintentionally happening today.
Yeah.
Because we recorded pretty much 2 fucking podcasts at this point that didn't somehow get recorded. Ugh. What kind of influencer would you be, Adrian?
I would probably be like a I don't know. I'm not like really big on anything enough to think that I would want to influence a whole mass of people.
Right.
Yeah. I really wouldn't want to be one. That's not who I am.
I get that.
But if I had to like pick something to like go do to try, it would probably be food related, because that to me would be one of the easiest ones for me to get into.
Yeah. I could totally get into food making content. My only problem is like right now, especially, I'm very much on a results oriented drive, if that makes sense. So like, and I'm trying, one of the biggest things I've been on is weight loss. So I will literally right now, I'm pretty much like, I'll eat fucking chicken, broccoli, rice for every fucking meal. I don't give a shit how boring it is right now, because I'm seeing pounds drop off the scale. Now in 2 or 3 weeks, I'm gonna get over that, But right now I'm on a goals-oriented drive. So if I was making food content, I would either be taking a break right now, or I'd be saying a bunch of shit that's not true. Because I'm eating very boring right now.
It happens.
Yeah. What kind of food content would you make? Oh, I'm sorry. You were going to ask something.
Well, could you you can't substitute like a sweet potato in there for one of them?
I could. It's just like right now where I'm at, I'm seeing the results I want, and I'm pretty much like, I'll just
fuck it.
I'll fuck it. I'll just eat the same thing I did yesterday if it's going to
bite the bullet to get somewhere.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So yeah, when I do get over it, I'm going to try to stick to like the core, and then I'll probably like be like, cool, we'll do sweet potato for dinner tonight instead of rice. You know what I mean? So yeah, there's going to be substitutions that do happen here and there.
Yeah.
What kind of food content would you make?
Rice and chicken sounds good, actually.
It does. Would you cook? Would you review places? Would you both?
I think I'd do a little bit of everything in that regard. So I'd probably have like different sessions of things, like diversify it a bit, where, sometimes I'd be like challenging myself to go try something that grosses me the fuck out. And then sometimes it would be like, okay, guys, this is one of my favorite, like, what the fuck snacks, because I like it, but I don't think everybody else would,
Right, yeah.
I don't know. Not necessarily like I don't really have a bunch of those, but, I would just be making something that I make, and people have in the past looked at me funny.
Would you be...
Because they're usually pretty just simple as well.
Right. You said stuff about grossing you out. Would you be... Oh, man, I'm going to see if I can find something real quick. Would you be down to go down a Reddit rabbit hole and try like odd food pairings from Reddit posters?
No, just because of the stomach problems that I have now from my injury. No, I couldn't try if I wanted to. It's not up to me anymore.
Do you want a new one?
Yeah, it'd be pretty nice.
So we can't go down Reddit rabbit holes with your stomach. I totally would. I mean, depending. There's definitely some things that people want to throw together that immediately make me start to cringe, and I'm like, I don't know if I can fucking try that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think one of the things I talk about all the time is like how people eat brain. I don't understand how people eat brain.
But no, I mean more like on the things that I just genuinely don't like. Yeah. And it would probably only make any traction if it could, because I'd be making faces and stuff.
Right. I mean, that is the point of that kind of content, is getting the reactions. Right?
I mean, I guess anybody could say they could do traveling thing. Like, who doesn't want to do that, really?
Dude, I think, yeah, I really, we've talked about it a dozen times. I think a travel channel type show, not necessarily, but I don't want it to, is like a travel channel type show is like a dream job for me. But I don't want to do like generic travel channel show, because there's 100 shows on the travel channel, on Food Network, on this and that are literally the exact same thing. It's just, is the host, is the host good, and they're introducing you to a new restaurant.
Is there anybody doing a local band travel show where they just go to local cities and only go to see the local band that night?
I don't think that's a thing. That does sound like something that used to be on Comedy Central, though. What was that show with what's his name?
Insomniac? David Tell?
Yeah, David Tell. What did he do?
Just got drunk and partied with everybody and go talk to people at bars.
Okay. So,
I mean, sometimes there were bands in the back, I suppose.
I guess so. That's why, maybe I thought that's why there might have been bands involved, because he went to bars and there was.
But he didn't specifically do that, no.
Right.
And ours would be specifically for the bands.
Dude, I would love to do something like that. I've always, I've had ideas like years ago where I wanted to do this. I do think it would be fucking cool to have a music-based travel channel show like you just described. There was one idea I had that was like, I don't know how much money this production would cost, a collab show. So basically, like the set of the show would just be a recording studio, and we would get two artists to come in and collab, write a song, record a song in a week. No stipulations. It can be the two of them and an acoustic guitar. It can be the two of them and a full fucking band. I mean, obviously, we probably couldn't like pull in like the London Philharmonic for something that's been written in a week. But so there's a stipulation there. But you know what I mean? Like, within reason, you two make something happen in a week. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I think it'd be something cool.
Yeah.
But I do love the idea of the Travel Channel band show. So what would you do? That's.
Oh, I was like, was that in my house or was that on this? Okay.
That was me. My bad. I'm messing with this fucking koosh ball. So what's the to promote venues, to promote bands, to do both?
No, just the band.
Just the band?
Yeah, so it's like MTV, like basically it's what I used to do for that little TV show thing I was a host for in Corpus. It was like a miniature MTV centered around the local music. So, we acted like MTV. We went and tried to hype the bands up. Of course, the venue was involved. We have to be, we're in their venue. But it was not to promote the venue. They get their screen time. We give them their plug. But it's all about interviewing the band, getting to know the band. And then, we listen to like one or two of their songs, whatever it fits for the episode. And that's part of the show.
I think that would be fun.
And we would do it where, we just, every week we could start, home base, right, Austin? We start with one band here at a smaller venue where we don't have to dick around with them, being bigger than us, right?
Right.
Then we go to basically venues that we've always been booked for whenever we were still doing that kind of stuff a little bit. You know what I mean? The foundation statements could be something along the lines of, homegrown music. It's like we're all so different across the United States, but this is still these are still the voices of the people here.
That's cool as shit. I like that idea. Because I think what we have lost touch with, and I don't know, maybe it's just the town that I live in. I feel like we've lost touch with local music, though.
I think we
Recently.
lost touch with actual music, which is the small people music.
Yeah.
We're overproduced one hit wonders being regenerated, and then they fit them together with the same voice. Instead of just generating one hit wonders, now they're generating these same one hit wonders fit this voice. So,
Oh yeah.
pop stars.
Well, and I hate to say it too, it also seems like sometimes I love having a 45-minute mindless scroll through session on TikTok, but to be honest, it seems like some people are writing TikTok songs specifically to have that 15 to 30 seconds of it on TikTok. Like I've found, because I've heard something that was awesome on TikTok, and I was like, cool, I'm gonna go check out this song, and I found out the other 2 minutes of the song, other than the 15 to 30 seconds that was used on TikTok, the rest of the 2 minutes was fucking terrible. Like,
this is how capitalism has killed art.
Yeah.
When you figure out algorithms to replicate art, it is not art. And that's when people start calling me arrogant, and I understand that. But I'm not saying that I'm creating some sort of perfect art. When I say that, I'm saying that we are surrounded by a lot of fakes that don't even know that they're fakes, because they're doing good stuff. I'm not even trying to take away from that, but it's not the same thing.
Right.
It's not. I'm sorry.
I get that. No, and you're right. I think that would be great, though. I think giving back to small local bands, because I won't lie, I even lost touch with me. I've always been the indie guy, the I can fit this band in my back pocket guy. I knew them before they were cool. That's just the kind of music I like, that isn't overproduced, that is produced by them and maybe their best friend, because their best friend is the only guy that would come to the studio. They couldn't afford a producer,
Yeah.
And for something in just the passion of it, I think was always giving it so much. And I lost touch with it for a while, and I was like, I don't know, listening to all the shit on the radio and all the stuff on TikTok, and I felt like I wasn't me for a minute. I think we've all been there at some point in time. And then I recently rediscovered the Appleseed Cast, and I was like, oh yeah, there's a reason this is one of my favorite bands. And I think we should be broadcasting those people that have those passions. And
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Give them a voice.
Give them a voice. And, even though for some people it kills them, it kills the fandom for them when they can't fit in your back pocket anymore. But let's try to make these people not fit in the back pockets anymore, because they actually deserve it. Because they have the passion and the drive, and they're doing it for the love of the music, as opposed to a lot of the people on the radio are doing it because they want to make $1 million.
Yeah, they just want to be, seen by everyone, and adored by everyone, validated by the world in a lot of ways. And I'm not saying that's everyone, but, the attitudes and the ceremonies and the pats on the back is what's the proof.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Oh, don't get me wrong. I suffer from that extremely. I want validation from...
Who doesn't? I'm not saying that's bad.
A lot of people. Oh, yeah. It's not bad. I don't
think
it's
another
bad
thing
to want
that I
that.
get in trouble for a lot is, people think I speak in an absolute when I'm saying. I'm not trying. I just don't finish my thought. No. I'm so sorry. I'm not saying that either.
Yeah, I get you too. No, I'm not trying to get on you. I'm just admitting, like, I'm a validation whore. Well, I'm not. I wouldn't say a whore about it. I do strive for it. I do want it. I'm also still gonna do more of what I want to do as opposed to what I think you want me to do. But I want you to validate what I've done. you know, and I still have that. I guess I'm just admitting to one of the faults I have, and I think you're right. Pretty much everyone has some kind of validation they're searching for.
Yeah, whether it's subconscious or whether it's the same one they've always had, and it's self-validation, because some people are actually put together like that.
Yep.
Because I definitely have I like to refer to it more of an artist itch, but the reality is it's just the need for validation. Because I am fully confident, but it's like I like to hear it. Who doesn't?
Oh,
like
yeah.
to hear it?
Oh, absolutely. Who doesn't?
I mean, yeah. But yeah, I mean, I think going back to the travel, if that's what I could be as an influencer, the travel one is fun to think about, because if we did that, like, we could straight up be camping all the time too. So we can have like camping, and maybe even sometimes we like have like a late night podcast where we invite those people to the local campground. Like, hey, we're going to this campground in legal states. You know what I mean? we hang out. Schmuck. But if you guys want to come hang out, we're gonna play guitar. Me and you. Me and him just chill. We drink some non-caffeinated teas. And we have a little late night podcast, and sometimes the bands join us. You guys want to come?
Yeah.
And so it extends the whole process. Not only are we doing it on their turf, we're now bringing them to our turf.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
We get a camping travel motif under the stars jam sessions with, DJ Scrambled Eggs and the Hash.
Yeah.
And we get to put our musics out there again in a whole different way, where it brings us back to the singer-songwriter that is truly in our hearts.
I'm with you on that.
Because, like I said, I picked that thing up last night, and I'm really glad that it's extended to this part of the conversation. And I was playing acoustic for a good while. My hand hurts a lot. My carpal tunnel's flared up like a motherfucker. My shoulder's burning. It's insane. And I wouldn't take it back. I'm actually just stretching, and I think you've seen me kind of moving around a lot. But
yeah,
I've been writing. Sorry, you probably heard me click-clacking earlier too. I'm trying to write lyrics on the side. I've stopped now. Since
is that what it is? That's why you haven't been paying attention to me?
for a bit, there was some of that, yeah. But I've also been feeling ill. That's true.
I know you.
But yeah, I miss it so much. Like, that's me, that I don't get to express anymore. So I need a way to put that out, and that would be a fun way to do that, to just hang out. So I think it'd be a fun way again to bring them to our turf of things too, and we just double dipping on the same process.
I think that's a sick idea.
Yeah, because one's a show, then the next is a podcast.
Right. Man, I've always said, I've probably even said it on our podcast before. I don't remember because I talk about it all the time. If I could do a Travel Channel type show, I always had this title in my head called like Jackson Experiences the World. And I guess this is kind of generic Travel Channel stuff, but I'd still want to try to get weird with it and just like really just like discover experiences that I've never done before. Yeah. Like, I don't know, we tried to record a episode about taking random classes, and we talked about like taking all those classes, glass blowing, cooking. Those are things I want to experience. I want to know what it's like to, live in Brazil. And I mean, I can't move to Brazil, obviously, but I would like to go do some things that they do in Brazil and know what that's like.
Well, depending on where it's at. Oh shit. Depending on where it extended to and where it was at the time, there is potential to double dip in that way too, in that same motif where
absolutely.
The musicians, we then are like, well, what do you guys do? Oh, you're a blacksmith. What can we come, by to your shop? Are you in charge? We start networking in that way, and then.
Dude, blacksmithing is something I would want to fucking.
Yeah, I don't know why that came up to mind, but
I'm glad it did. Right? I would love to try to forge something. Like, I would fucking love that.
I really regret losing one of my exes in a lot of ways, but one way is her family has the crazy uncle cousin that make those like actual hand blacksmith videos and stuff, and like they fancy themselves like the swordsmans, you know,
Yeah.
and axe throwers. And I'm not saying they're not. I just don't know. You know, I never got to go and see it, so I don't know. You know what I mean? But it would have been cool to at least have tried, you know, or been around for it. Yeah, they straight up were like, "Yeah, whenever you guys come back, that's what we'll do next time." And she's like, "Okay, you can do that if you want." It's like,
I
I
think
do
it'd be
want to do
cool.
that. Yeah,
Hell yeah.
I was excited.
That'd be cool as shit. And you're right. I mean, yeah, that is a very random hobby for like band members to have. I will say that. But yeah, like
I
yeah,
don't know exactly. But
I think that'd be fucking cool. Like regardless, we're interviewing these bands, and we're like, not only is it your music influences, like what your singer George. What makes you tick? What makes you George, other than the fact that you sing for this group?
Yeah.
And then, oh, you're a personal or a private chef, or you cook meal prepping or whatever. Let's go film that for an hour.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
let's get
like
the interview is extended into the personal parts too. Yeah,
yeah.
like we talk about it a little bit sometimes in the show, but we really
Mm-hmm.
dive in if we can.
Oh yeah.
afterward. Yeah, for
Oh,
sure.
oh yeah. I think that would be fucking cool too. Yeah. Oh, guitarist does what? Like I don't know, works on guitars on the side too. Let's go see his guitar shop and
Yeah. Oh, you're a
like
banker? Let's find out if you can get me a loan.
You know what I mean? I mean, yeah, there's gonna be some of that too. They're gonna be like, dude, I work at McDonald's. Like, you can't come film me at work. I'm sorry, but I want to. Can we at least film us from the car while we take an order? Like, it will fuck with you.
That's fine, but it's kind of a tradition. We visit everyone's employment, so
Right,
we're
yeah.
getting some McFlurries, and that
getting
machine better be working.
Better be working. we know that the McFlurry machines fucking work. You guys just don't want to clean them,
Yeah,
and that's why you tell us they're broken.
exactly.
It's the fucking truth. Did I tell you this? One of my friends on Facebook posted a thing about the McFlurry machines being broken, and I was like, I think it's because they don't want to clean them. And he was like, hey, I used to work at a McDonald's.
And that's
And
exactly why.
And you're right. And I was like, fuck it. I knew it.
Yeah, man. Of course, that's why. Fuck those machines and cleaning them. Go get that grease, the food safe grease, and gotta like take it all apart, all these gaskets and shit. And fuck that.
Oh yeah.
And then if you forget something, sometimes you accidentally spill it everywhere, and then you gotta mop extra, and you gotta mop anyway because it's leaking on top. And there's no bucket that's built for this.
No, yeah, I don't blame them, but it is still frustrating because you're like,
I'm just assuming it's a lot like a margarita machine is. I'm complaining, by the way.
oh, I'm sure it is.
I would imagine it's very similar. But
Yeah, but I think that would be cool too. Yeah, we dive into their lives, watch them clean the McFlurry machine. We'll film them do that.
yeah. But no, if it turns out that's not how it is, if we end up where we set up where we hang out with them the next day, sometimes too, we could just be like, well, how about this? If they don't have a hobby or something that they want to boast about, then they can at least tour us around the city.
That'd be fucking cool too. Yeah, like
And
you
so
don't have
that's
a
our
hobby.
redundancy plan. Yeah.
Well, what's your haunt or your thing or your favorite
Yeah.
shop here? Like,
Yeah, tell us something interesting about what's going on.
yeah, like
We'll
we're
get
in
something
Boston.
out of them.
We're in Boston. Other than like going to the Gap, which I don't think band members like to go to the Gap, but like other than like going to a popular store, like what's a popular Boston local store or restaurant you want to share with us?
I want to go to small towns.
Even smaller towns. Well, I say smaller towns. Like Boston's a small town. Fucking stupid.
I mean, not super small, not like 1,000, 5,000, but maybe like 100. Odessa, Midland, maybe.
I think that'd be cool too. Actually,
Just where
I'd be down
it's really hitting that middle class a lot more than people realize. That kind of population.
I'd be down with that too. Also, I think that helps out a lot because, like you brought up Midland and Odessa. The problem with a lot of those small towns, 100 to 200,000 people, isn't that there's a lack of local musician talent. There's an abundance. There's honestly a lot of people I've played shows with from this area, grew up in this area. I think could have been very successful musicians had they not been from here.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I want to visit those towns.
Yeah. I think, and it's because, they're getting oversaturated with, well, the venues that people go to listen to music, they don't want Joe Smo from Odessa. They want either
Axl Rose and ZZ Top.
Yeah, they want Axl Rose and ZZ Top, or they want the guys that are gonna play Axl Rose's music.
Well, that's what I mean when I say
Yeah.
that.
Oh, that's what you mean. The top 40 cover bands.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they want. Is the top 40 cover bands. They don't want to hear what I.
You better know closing time, goddammit.
Yeah, because
everyone wants to hear that at the end of the day.
Because at
Getting kicked out
150,
of a
when
bar.
we call, who was it? I was talking to someone who worked at a bar, and they were like, and they said something about how clever it was to hear closing time at the end, and I was like, no, it's stupid, it's annoying. I was like, I worked at a bar, hung out at bars. I got sick and tired of hearing closing time at the end of the night every fucking night. And they're like, really? I never heard that. And I was like, you worked at the same bar as I did. How did you not hear this shit? So I always thought, and I know we're kind of starting off with the sketches for BamBamORama. I always kind of envisioned our YouTube channel to be more eclectic and not just do the sketch comedy. Like, I want to do a lot of content. I think we would, hopefully, as things get popular, I would like to have room to have some kind of travel channel show, whether it's this, whether it was my idea of experiencing the world, whether it's an idea we haven't stumbled upon yet. I would like to have something where we do that. We also film sketches. We also do a board game show. We do our video game stream that we're already doing. That's Thursday nights at 8:30 Central, for those of you who haven't checked it out yet.
Surely everyone here has checked it out.
I'm sure. But yeah, I mean, I just think, a bunch of different things. And then we'll have like competition day. Because I think we definitely should have competition game day, content day. You know what I mean? Like, that be the video that we post on Wednesdays, where we play some game that's not just board game, but like who blows glass better, who makes better pasta. You know what I mean? Or whatever game we can come up with. It's always what I've dreamed of with our channel.
I know. You wanted it to be a competition.
Not just... No! No, for us to just be very eclectic with the entertainment we come out with, which can be scary because YouTube is almost all about niches. But right now, the projected trend for YouTube is to be non-niche. But is that trend gonna pull through? We gotta
We're
find
literally betting on it.
We are. Yep.
But even if it doesn't, it's fun. Like I said, just, if nothing else, worst case scenario, get to edit stuff.
Oh yeah. Get to
have this on my resume. 2 years, whatever we get out of it of actual work with the title.
The very, very, very last big swing we do will be a Yo Gabba Gabba style children's show.
Cartoon, like the reality mixed, where you're like, I'm the cartoon voice of the whatever.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, 100%.
What could it be, though? It's got to be like not too on the nose, because I want to say spider, but not kid friendly, Like, of course you could animate a spider to be friendly, but
would you want? I meant an actual kid show. You want to make it like dark,
okay.
Adult comedy?
No.
Style?
I want it to be a kid show. I just want the mascot to be right on the fringe of like what?
Like what? Okay. Spider's pretty good with that, but that might be too much.
That's what I'm saying. It's like,
what about like
what about just something not topical, like a lunchbox?
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
It can't be that too, because that's like an insult, right? For someone to be a lunchbox and you're teaching our kids to be pussies.
Is that really? Is that a thing?
Well, I mean, I'm just trying to put myself in their shoes.
I mean, it's hard to put myself in their shoes. I don't get upset about rainbows on my beer cans. Oh my gosh, really?
What's he saying?
I have no idea.
Okay.
But he was excited about it. So.
Just giving them the hell yeah, bro.
Yep.
Damn it, dude.
I mean,
it's your own child. I'm just fucking with you.
I know. I'm not the only dad that has ever
Oh,
done
yeah.
that.
Of course not. But it's just funny. Are you going to give an outro?
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. Well, that's our episode for today. And what did we learn? I hope you guys all have a good day. And thank you all for tuning in. Don't forget to check out our Twitch and YouTube streams where we play video games and talk shit to each other. And those are at 8:30 Central Time on Twitch and YouTube. BamBamORama. Check out our website.
Yeah, we didn't learn shit.
No, please make sure if you haven't yet, subscribe and check out the sketches on YouTube and follow our Instagram at BamBamORama TV.
No, it's just BamBamORama.
Oh, my bad. So the Instagram is at BamBamORama. Love y'all.
Yeah.